very accomplished boxers, and the winner of this faces Parvizi.
I mean, it's going to be a lot to look forward to. You mentioned there on the preamble on the way in, Alexander Usyk and his incredible cruiserweight and heavyweight success, Vasily Lomachenko, the Ukrainian legend, the Matrix, and there's a lot of style about Zamotayev and that movement that's very reminiscent of Lomachenko. Of course, the Ukrainian team, Papachenko, the coach, laying down that a lot of them had to do the traditional Ukrainian dancing to work on the footwork. And I think you can see a lot of that, those dancing feet from Zamotayev. And he's going to need them because the Pina has a good stiff jab. And he's quick of thought and front hand.
Of course, Ukraine mentioned their very good recent Olympic history of 15 Olympic medals, 4 golds. I mentioned 2 of them, Usyk and Lomachenko. There's Vladimir Klitschko as well, of course, at 1996. Super heavyweight. He did all right.
Had a decent career.
Yeah, not bad.
In and out of the ring.
Zamotayev trying to cut down the ring. Pina yesterday showed his speed and his skills. Tougher ask here against the Ukrainian.
Yeah, you mentioned that cutting down the ring, and that's what Zamotayev's trying to do to Pina. The only danger for him, he has that quick front hand, but he does square up when he goes round to the left. So Zamotayev, maybe like this here, is a little bit square on. Zamotayev will be running that through the computer. Catches him with a little jab there on the way through, but Pina working well on the outside.
Pina doing well here in these early exchanges.
Yeah, Cabo-Verde's finest having a good start to this round, as you say. Keeping it at the range he wants. Cherry picking these jabs as well. And he's got the speed to do that.
Inside the last 30 seconds of round 1. Different from the frenetic action of our previous contest. But these two just sizing each other up to some extent now. Now, there was a bit of a clash of heads, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And it has caused a cut. Off to the side of the eye by the looks of it. Hopefully won't be any cause for alarm. Pina immediately goes on the attack, almost targeting that cut. It's just a bit quicker to the punch at the moment.
Yeah, quicker in thought and quicker off the mark. And that should be rewarded by the judges. Effective punches from David Pina. Zamotayev did well to cut down the ring. As we see the end swell applied to, well, it's underneath the eye.
Underneath the eye, it's a bit of a shiner. 3 judges giving that round to David Pina and 2 to Zamotayev. There weren't too many highlights in that opening round, and
it's a good one though, that shiner on the eye.
It really is. They'll be working hard on that between rounds. Advice for Pina.
As you say, not too much standout action, but David Pina doing his job and doing it well. The only difference now, can Zamotayev take that extra half step and let his hands go? More difficult for the shorter fighter.
Yeah, as you say, that extra half step, you can see a bit more intent from Zamotayev at the start of this second round. Whether he can connect and avoid the Pina counters.
That eye is closing. Referee's going to have a look at it here.
Oh, there's a point deduction for Pina by the looks of it.
I think you're right there. There'll be a second clash of heads. So the swelling on the eye, the right hand held high by Zamotayev, as it usually is, but he's got something to protect now. And wary to make it through, he'd need to recover pretty quick.
That's better from Zamotayev. As you say, with that eye closing, vision's going to be impaired. Might not be able to see that left from Pina coming at times.
Hard enough to see it when you've got both eyes functioning perfectly because of the speed, like so. As you say, with that eye beginning to shut, is it closing down on the ambitions as well of Zamotayev? That's a good shot.
Straight left from Pina, and he's got something to aim at. Just over a minute to go in round two. Things looking a little grim for the Ukrainian at the moment.
Credit to David Pina for that. He's had the unintentional clash of heads, but in the clash of styles at the moment, he's just picking his shots. Always on the back foot. Zamotayev, though, you get the feeling doesn't quite have that knockout power that we might have seen before. He's certainly not getting close enough to Pina, who's up on his toes.
Pina putting his shots together now. See him growing in confidence. Switching to the body. Shots coming from all angles.
And those body shots will tell a tale. Took a big breath. He's feeling the pace now. The first time takes a back step, goes to the body again and up on his toes to try and get away. Zamotayev really feeling it now.
Yeah, it's a bit of a trudge back to the corner. But Pina did have a point deducted, so that does give him a glimmer of hope. And Zamotayev 3 points up on 2 scorecards, but Pina is a point up on the other 3. So the judges have given the round exactly as they did the first. Same judges, the same 3 voted for Pina, the same 2 for Zamotayev. Exactly what we say about styles and what attracts certain judges.
And hence the benefit of having the 5 in the corner. Those casting votes, and it could all come down to that, but David Pina has been performing well, the man from Cabo-Verde. Can he maintain it? Zamotayev had worked hard to cut down the ring. Can he get some good work off behind it? Been awarded or rewarded by the judges for that, but a good reward there for Pina with the right hand.
Yep, this is all on the last 3 minutes, and this is just a shoelace. No issue with the eye since it was looked at in round 1. Pina with a couple of sharp combinations at the start of this final round. I'm almost inclined to think that unless Zamotayev wins this round comfortably, Pina has got it, because he had that point deduction. The 3 judges have backed him in both rounds. If he loses this round, those 3 are all square.
Yep.
but they will give him the decision as the winner.
Yep.
So I think it's very much Pina's to lose here.
And the only danger is that he goes too much on the defensive, because Zaмотaєv will throw caution to the wind, as you rightly say. They'll have done the mathematics in the corner to work that out. Pina has the marginal advantage. Doesn't want to get too defensive. Needs to keep his hands flow. Good body shot, that can make the difference. A little jab to finish that exchange.
Good boxing from the man from Cabo-Verde. Great movement. Zaмотаєv not able to cut down the ring and get to him.
And the only hope he has, as you rightly say, Rory, is if he can get him into this position when he then slides off along the ropes to time him. A good movement again. Pina almost getting caught. Zaмотаєv getting caught on the way in, so fighting his own fight here is the man in blue.
Good boxing from Pina. Said it a couple of times over the past day and a half. Throwing the shot, spinning off, scoring and making sure your opponent doesn't score in return.
And also that spinning off gives you a little exclamation point to the work that you've just done.
He's been clever here, isn't he, Pina? He's did have the head a bit low, and he is being spoken to about it, but wasn't as blatant perhaps as it perhaps could have been.
And then takes it out of the judges' minds with 4 good punches and that spin and roll out the corner that you mentioned. So Zaмотаєv, well, as you can see, battle worn. It's another left on the way in.
And another one. Pina going through the gears here. And whereas I think Pina could go another 3 rounds, I'm not sure Zaмотaєv could.
Yeah, I think the heart is willing, but the body's slowing. And the head movement that he exhibited prior has been turned on him there by David Pina.
Time's up for Dmytro Zaмотaєv. David Pina celebrates. Looks like he's 1 win away from a return to the Olympic Games. Went to Tokyo 2020, got a pretty difficult draw there against the Rio 2016 champion Shakapidin Zoirov from Uzbekistan. No lack of heart from Zaмотаєv, who wasn't helped by that early clash of heads and the black eye you can see.
I think you're right, Rory, that clash of heads was a bit of a turning point. Couldn't get his composure back, and the good work of Pina then just seemed to multiply and ratchet up a few levels.
See the fans from Cabo-Verde
ladies and gentlemen,
hoping the decision goes their way.
Split decision in the blue corner, representing Cabo-Verde, Pina David.
David Pina, he's on his way into the quarterfinals. He will box on Sunday for a place at Paris 2024. 3-2 split decision.